My friend, let me speak to you from the depth of many years. Years of watching, listening, learning, and most importantly, understanding human nature. There is a truth I learned not from books, not from teachers, not from the comfort of easy days, but from life itself. Life with all its storms, disappointments, lessons, and quiet awakenings. And that truth is this: never trust a man who keeps asking for money. I do not say this out of bitterness. I do not say it out of selfishness. I say it because I have seen how money reveals the deepest corners of a person's character. The parts they hide behind smiles, the parts they conceal behind charm, the parts they cover with sweet words. Money is not just currency. It is a test, a mirror, a silent judge. A man who keeps asking for money is exposing who he truly is, even if he does not realize it himself. Let me explain. The first lesson: the heart of a beggar does not change with time. When a man constantly seeks money from others, it does not mean he is lacking opportunity. It means he is lacking will, lacking effort, lacking discipline, lacking the fire inside that pushes a human being to stand tall and fight for his own survival. There are people who come to you once in a moment of genuine hardship. Life cornered them. Circumstances humbled them. Those people deserve compassion. But then there are those who make asking a lifestyle. They have perfected their excuses. They have memorized their sad stories. They know exactly how to twist their voice, how to sound weak, how to show false humility, all to trigger your sympathy. Such men are not poor. They are simply trained by habit. The second lesson: a man who borrows your money slowly borrows your life. You may think you are giving money, but you are giving far more. Your peace, your emotional energy, your mental space, your time, your trust, your patience. Each request chips away at you. Each favor drains a small piece of your strength. Each lie disguised as a promise disrespects your generosity. And before you realize it, you are no longer helping a man. You are feeding a dependency. A man who constantly asks for money does not need your help. He needs a mirror. The third lesson: dependency turns into entitlement. At first he asks politely, then repeatedly, then confidently, and eventually angrily. Because the more you give, the more he believes your kindness is his right. The more you open your hand, the more he feels entitled to what rests in your palm. A favor becomes a responsibility. A gift becomes an obligation. A simple no becomes an insult. And that is when you realize the man never valued you. He valued what came from your pocket. The fourth lesson: when you cut the flow, you see his true face. This is where truth shines the brightest. Say no one time, just once. You will watch. The warm tone freeze, the friendly words vanish, the gratitude disappear, the respect evaporate. Suddenly you become the selfish one. Suddenly you changed. Suddenly you forgot where he helped you. Suddenly you owe him something he never truly gave. That reaction is not a coincidence. It is revelation. People who love your benefits cannot love you. The fifth lesson: not every outstretched hand deserves a coin. Helping people is noble. Supporting people is human. Lifting others is beautiful. But enabling them is dangerous. When you give money to someone who refuses to build himself, you are not saving him. You are delaying his growth. You are strengthening his weakness. You are feeding the very habit that destroys him. And worse, you are destroying yourself along the way. Your kindness should not be the soil in which someone else grows laziness. The sixth lesson: protect your spirit and not just your wallet. Money can be earned again, but lost peace is expensive. Lost trust is painful. Lost boundaries are exhausting. Lost energy is difficult to recover. There are men who borrow money but return your respect. There are men who borrow money but return your gratitude. There are men who borrow money but return your loyalty. Then there are men who borrow money and return only silence, or excuses, or anger, or betrayal. Learn to separate the two. The value of a man is not measured by how much he asks, but by how much he tries. The seventh lesson: the man you should trust is the one who stands beside you, not below you. Trust the man who works with his hands. Trust the man who wakes early to chase his goals. Trust the man who asks for opportunity, not money. Trust the man who seeks wisdom, not shortcuts. Trust the man who tries before he begs. Trust the man who values his dignity more than your cash. That man will not drain you. That man will not weaken you. That man will not use you. That man will walk beside you, not behind you with an open hand. Final truth. So hear me well. Never trust a man who keeps asking for money. Not because giving is wrong, but because a man who builds his life on your money will never build himself. Trust the man who carries responsibility. Trust the man who carries effort. Trust the man who carries his own weight. And remember this: it is better to stand alone in honesty than to be surrounded by people who stay only because you fund their comfort. That, my friend, is one of life's deepest truths.